family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Now not the time we for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Now not the time we for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Now not the time we for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Till the end they say, all we want for see, vote without violence. All we want for see, all we want for see, vote without violence. Now not the time we for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see.
Vote without violence.
Vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
Till the end, they say.
All right, family, good afternoon and welcome to the program Current Event with TDN Africa Media. We will come with the program to you. Me, your name na Amadu Esba.
And me, your name na Ezekiel Amadu Koroma.
And inside the program this afternoon, we want to look at the current situation inside the capital city of Freetown. As family know, the most recent one gets to do with the iconic quantity we don't take over 231 years, done finally for done yesterday because of one every breeze we blow yesterday at about 9 o'clock Nanette, then the quantity being get for done. We see lots of pictures don't flow on social media, lots of things don't be said about this particular TSO. And we get to reporters them, then they across the streets of Freetown for gather the views of people concerning this recent occurrence. Now we continue Mama Salon, especially in the capital city, when Freetown. So yourself can be part of the program by way where you go send your text message to the number where they show on the screen, or you drop your comments in the comment section. This now you program Current Events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. We go for a short break and we can continue the program.
Now the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see.
Vote without violence.
Vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
Till the end, they say.
Vote without violence.
All right, family, and welcome again to the program Current Affairs. Like we say, we get to be reporters them at the capital city for see and updates we waiting they go on at the city, especially the biggest and oldest country in the country. They don't fall down yesterday night, and other happenings so they happen at the city. We there for giving out the stories, we giving out the correct updates, waiting they happen. So I will turn to my colleagues and
all right, yes, family, this is not TDN Africa Media. If you just join me, the program we they watch now Current Events where they happen now we continue Mama Salon. And members say yourself can be part of this program by way where you could drop your comments now the comment section on Facebook and YouTube, and you can as well call we in the program and make your input. If family them know this quantity also gets a great significance to the development, to the history of this country. I beg your pardon. This quantity, according to history, around 1787, we ancestors we don't suffer from slavery, especially in white people them and after we them finally fend this part of the world as the young area, we say them will finally can get then can get a liberty and then will come continue for they live their lives as them can take them come out Nayaso, and when them come back that quantity they be served as one side. We say them in go get and we understand saying that they them in go get a Thanksgiving Amadu according to Ezekiel, according to the research reports them we don't show so far. A lot don't be said about this quantity so upon the current occurrence now that it don't fall, you know. We all can remember 2 weeks back a branch of family for done, and then finally we don't come miss the whole quantity don't for done now finally Amadu. I mean this is not something where lots of people they ask now waiting we get for put we go represent this quantity back, because we all know the history of the quantity, you know.
Yeah, and Amadu, that's sure. The cotton tree we don't serve us so many years Finally, yesterday we don't miss him. I can say now one of the oldest streets in the country, and even then at the central part of the country, when at the capital city inside Freetown. And yes, just like you say, but one of the things that we me want to know is where even people that want to know is we not able to get the exact date of this cotton tree. You know, it's fine actually, because when we say Google around, I see different kind of dates. Them way we're not able to know the exact date of this cotton tree, because if finally we know, because this tree don't serve as a history. Now we don't enter in the book of history, and it's so much important to the celebrator with the show. Now we pictures them, and when you look at the tree, it's so beautiful and nice for look. But again, now that you don't come miss the whole tree, you know, if I know we try to know the correct information around this cotton tree, and I believe say the historian self go begin to prepare now for gather some information, so that at the end of the day they will publish onto the public and know about how the cotton tree come about, what are some of the things, and especially when then see, you can believe say not to person planter, then God himself will plant the cotton tree there. But again, people must know which time that tree begin grow onto this time. I believe say this information is very important before like we think about waiting there for the day, because being that now are elections and very close to elections today now, I don't think say government go pay attention too much in this area. So I don't know, but now so many look at them. Say, but let me look at the important information around the cotton tree. Then now we'll come to actually we go speculate and see at the end of the day what to get for replace the cotton tree in the middle of the capital city, where instead go attract the people where it go look fine now people in yai, you know. So now that me look at them. Let me try to get the exact dates and some of the important things away the cotton tree don't play in the lives of Freetonians especially.
Yeah, you're right, Ezekiel, and I agree with you along that line there, because eventually we all know say the cotton tree. Some people believe say been on the 200 years even before the free slaves then come. Some people actually believe that, because like you say, if you do your research, you get various of history around the cotton tree. All man gets new article where you don't develop. So we like you states rightly, we need for get proper historians for explain to be give accurate dates as to the existence of this cotton tree, so where we finally don't miss. But I think it gets a very symbolic significance to the freedom of we ancestors them, especially those who've been suffer under the hands of slavery, now white people them, and because we all know say Freetown been there as a place, yes, but the people them we really like can make Freetown as it is so today. Now then free slaves then they will been come, because now then come with some amount of Western civilization, because them in on deal with man there now, and then we get some ideas as to how they for able for develop. All them in need now their own freedom, and finally them can end up for friend themselves now the city of Freetown way now inside Mama Salon. All right, family, them if you just join the program where they watch now current events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Remember say yourself can be part of this program here, so by where you go send your text message or call in at the program, so that you self go able to be part of the discussion where we get now this program here, so this afternoon. And like we don't say earlier on, we put us then day on the streets of Freetown for talk to we on the current situation. Although we get the cotton tree, but sometimes we don't get other things we don't pop up back, Amadu.
Yeah.
So like we reporters them na the streets of Freetown, and Very soon we will try to connect with them for begin filing the reports. We'll go for a short break and we'll come back very soon. Continue for the watch the program.
TP, CD and they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin, all we want for sin. TD and they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see,
Vote without violence.
vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
TD and they say,
Vote without violence.
vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
TD and they say, all we want for
Vote
sin,
without violence.
all we want for sin, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
TD and they say, all we want for
Vote
sin,
without violence.
all we want for sin, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see,
Vote without violence.
vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
TD and they say,
Vote without violence.
vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
TD and they say, all we want for
Vote
sin,
without violence.
all we want for sin, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
TD and they say, all we want for
Vote
sin,
without violence.
all we want for sin, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see,
Vote without violence.
vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
TD and they say,
Vote without violence.
vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
TD and they say, all we want for
Vote
sin,
without violence.
all we want for sin, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
TD and they say, all we want.
Where they come to now, TDN African media, and as we say, where they tell on things where they happen right now, now the capital city, we get we reporters them, where they monitor and give we correct information and they tell on at the station, and they talk about the cotton tree, how significant the cotton tree is, which and which they don't play, because we don't miss them forever. We don't miss them forever. And so, quickly, Amadu, I think let me look at the significance of this cotton tree. We don't miss forever. But like, let me just remind people, say this now the important or this now the significance things, and this way we cotton tree don't play now the lives of Freetownians or whosoever when they come and see the cotton tree. Yeah, I think let me go into that so that family go learn, say, even though not a tree, but these are some of the significant things that we don't play in our lives.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. The cotton tree, we all know, say, it gets a significant purpose way, therefore, you know, according to the history we some of we read, after we them been finally fend the Granville town. Outside then can think say suitable again for the administration of this country. Outside the people then they call State House or AOU Drive. All that area day, you know, people then believe say that particular area day, na area where the free slaves that we been coming make good use of. Then sending the also this the quantity na highway they may use for they do the barter system business kind of like we will say today we get PZ, you know, you can get people that way the day under that quantity day. And now they do them small business them. You be get people them maybe they can relax. Now like a park back in those days.
Yeah.
You know, now like an open thing. So but you find out saying now during there we own time they are now. I mean they may not come, they treat them fine. Around and make sure say people they not can sit them around there, but yet still even if you say around the same quantity you get most times now they people them really big can day because that area they can look very fresh and cool.
Yeah.
You know, all the buildings them around that particular area they I believe say by now go don't miss the quantity. And like you say, another thing again where the quantity very important. It actually show you the beauty of the central district. You know, like in the Mindul, moving to us, it lead you for coming inside the central town. Outside they do the small business them, surrounded with most of the significant buildings. You talk about the law courts, for instance.
Yeah.
Ahead of them, you get the Bank of Salome, Saloon Commercial Bank. Then you get the Nasit building, where unfortunately instead get damaged by this. You get the CID headquarters. Then you get you get the other so many other monuments them where they around that area there. I mean where they show the beauty of the quantity or where they like pop out the beauty of the quantity, but the quantity are the most significant thing that this particular area so the quantity, if you check back history, it don't serve the country for quite a long time.
Sure.
And it don't serve for different purposes. It gets a long history to Sierra Leone. That is why you see say most times people will travel from
Exactly.
other countries. They can take pictures no more with this we wonderful quantity where we don't miss today, you know. But fumble them the program we they watch now current events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Members here yourself can be part of this program by way where you go send your text message to the number where they shown on the screen, or you drop your comments now we comment section. We not say earlier on we get to reporters where they on the streets of Freetown where they give you live updates in the studio. And on the line now we get Amadu Koroma, one of the reporters, where one for tell me what's they happen around the Kotiti area. As that area there with the CC ide now. Hello Aminata and welcome to the program.
Hello Amadu. Yes, we there currently na the na 43 side family like you see we there right now na 43 and work still there in progress. Yes, Amadu.
Okay, so work still there in progress. Earlier on, where we've been to talk to Franklin, Sylvia, and Ibrahim, they said the same area, so, and then been the report on the same work in progress. So your estimation, you feel say the clearing of this so from the split today?
Well, for me, from what I see from your point of view, this quantity they're not go able for them right now because as family can see, if people like family can see right now, the people that still they work and the cotton tree they don't not treat and now big the thick is big, it's so big that they're not go able to do the work today, Amadu.
We see lots of people they come now this senior so right now. What's it about the reason why make people then they come at the scene from the side talk the way you don't get to people then?
Well, from waiting I see, people in the camp for come make sure if not school waiting and see na social media. If where they see them talk safe because it's freedom for them. So people then come na street for come make sure if not school and as you can see plenty people in there, so when they even snap for show significant say the 43 done for them. Really.
Okay, what are the security presence there at present?
Well, I dey see one or two securities, and right now, as you can see, a small commotion there on for the people. They I don't really know, but the security business, I not see the police that they do their work, but people and then they allow people them for come watch and observe the process. Yeah.
Okay.
But I
okay,
not see securities them.
Okay. So in the meantime, we don't get securities around. Part of the talk
Yes,
them
no
when I don't talk
securities,
to
no
people
dey.
them. What's the people them then they say concerning
one
the
more.
43 in further one?
Well, plenty people they talk, but different thing, different meat, different, and all that Amadu. But people they really they watch, and some man they talk say the 43, even they talk say they glad the way the 43 for them. But I go connect some 2-3 people them for talk with me as time goes.
All right, Amina, sir. Thanks for giving the update. And one more question before you talk to the people. Them is, even though we don't get any reports say people don't die, but we all can attest to the fact say sometimes people can go under that cotton tree for go sleep there, like the insane, the one the way like don't go crazy and can go around at that cotton tree there. I don't know if you get any report for say anybody don't die there.
No, Ezekiel, nobody not die there yet. Nobody not die yet because as for me where I come this afternoon, I not see like any dead body or then talk say accident happen. But the Nasit building get small issue. The 23 destroy them, and as you can see from the pole, the cables them way be destroyed yesterday night. Edson and they around for make that happen. But
Would they
nobody
see a
not
lot
die
of
yet.
gathering? Okay, would they see a lot of gathering around the cotton tree? And so that means they allow people for can watch or waiting exactly why they gather for?
Yes, the barricades them when them put all of them not there again, and plenty people then at street today for come observe the cotton tree in for them one, and for can see so man come for can make sure if not true say the cotton tree for them. So I believe say they allow people them for can watch this iconic thing will happen.
All right, would they see a remains of the cotton tree? Waiting the one the way they walk on the cotton tree, then say they get for pull everything down to the dust.
Well, Ezekiel, the remains of the country tree for them right now the Shaka Stevens Street, and I believe say then they fetch for cut them down so that they go able for remove them na the street for let people and get access for pass na the road. So I believe say this remains then they cut them down. If you can see the work there in progress for cut the cotton tree down.
All right, cotton tree now one area back way very attractive for like people the way they big, the blinds, the lip. Then still there's a day around inside and day right now as they talk to me.
Yes, the people them where they beg and the PWDs, that's the peoples with disability, then self they around, but then they by the this end by State House end. Now they then freedom.
Okay, so how does it feel? Because now here than the way like when Mutkaki reach the side they can slow down and then can get way for like talk to person and big to person. So how does it feel way like the cotton tree down for down yesterday night?
Yes, Ezekiel, I go first for talk with them because presently we just arrived and we dey first for give ambulance updates, but we dey first for get an interview with them, and when we come plenty be dey talk say this thing here so wey happen a very bad na a bad omen, but we go want for hear from them, Ezekiel.
All right, thank you as on the give you updates. Thank you so much, yeah. All right, so Amadu, that's not the updates where we reporters they don't give you live from the cotton tree. And let me come back, let me continue for discuss the significance of the cotton tree. Yeah, just like you say, so Fambule, they listen to the current affair where they come to now right from TDN African Media. And if you want give you comment, you want get a say over this program, you can drop your comments now with Facebook page or the YouTube, and also see the phone number where they our background and make a comment. So let me go deeper or more details on the significance of the cotton tree, just like what you don't begin to say. So make I just summarize you, like you mentioned earlier, say the cotton tree now a very attractive and place or tree than the yeah. That's not a very big choice. I ask some people about the cotton tree. So that don't serve as a tourist attractive. But today, that tree or the cotton tree no more, will not get them any longer. So that means we don't get a kind of a little bit shake now the tourist environment or tourist system in our country. Because one pandit in a way, they bring revenue now the cotton tree, because I believe say these are the things and this way they attract. We come to Sierra Leone where today we know we don't so much miss the cotton tree. So maybe you finally go deeper and tell family the significance of the cotton tree.
No, yeah, of course. On the side of it don't affect a little bit of the tourism sector. I go one for agree with you, because the cotton tree in significance to this country, like I can always say, it get a very rich history. Therefore, you get people you get Sierra Leoneans where they don't born overseas, where don't they read the history of this country, ranging from that of slavery and the discovery of Sierra Leone for the province of freedom. You know, all them discoveries, then they, if you go banana book, then you go on for say, okay, let go see this wonderful cotton tree. So we don't get people them coming into the country purposely for this cotton tree also. So I go on for agree with you, where you say it don't affect the tourism sector largely. But again, nothing all the way they last forever, you know. Even the quantity people believe say go live table now up to them 500 or so. That by waiting people then don't they say, you know. But we really get for miss the quantity for so many things, because this quantity also a mean bokutin to mama salon. Like you say, from a natural point of view, person not go fishing a person plant some outside this yourself. You know. You go actually feel saying a man made. So like what you say, lots of things in the way we need for on earth. I mean, some people don't begin to propose say, oh, this is the term with scientists them for coming to more activeness and try to give you a concrete and a comprehensive history about this quantity so, because all man getting on it. Somebody don't they always we claim say the country don't they for about 700 years. You know, some people say 400, some say 500. But if you read the history of the country and then you read the history on the arrival of the free slaves them to Sierra Leone, you go begin to think say the tree really don't hold over 231 years. You go actually want to say that. You go want to say that. So, I mean, a lot around this 43 years, so we just hope that we go get a very fine replacement for him. Because that's another thing again we need to look at. All right, Fumble them, we still continue with the program. We've been facing one of we reporters they don't connect. But if you just join with the program or you watch a current event where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Remember, say yourself can be part of this program by way where you go send your text message to the number where they shown on the screen, or you drop your comment now we comment section. We they come go now so we report to them, and now we get the live reports where they give you from the Kotiti. As they don't begin to talk to people them. We get Ibrahim on the line now. Hello Ibrahim, and welcome to the program Current Events.
Yes, Amadu and Ezekiel, how things over there? We presently at
well, we
like,
there
as soon as we don't talk to Aminata. Yes, we presently at the scene for see how best we will go and talk to people there and how things will unfold. We just see a funny situation we are in. The young guys then get the IBA they will be there at the quantity. They're going to sell the feather of the IBA. Any one feather we want now 2,000 euros, 2 euros for with new money. Interesting thing. And people that go out and buy them.
Okay, so at present, because one of the things that we will be really concerned about, and we will go want for let the public themselves here, how the people them working normally they use this spot also for them survivors, especially those when are PWDs and beggars, long cuts and short. We are not able to ask them how they think about this particular situation.
Exactly. We talk to them behind the scene because some of them don't go on the camera. We talk to them behind the scene. Then say it's a sad day for them because Siena the usual spot where they pile through the big motorcars them as well. Where they pass through, talk to people who inside the motorcar, but then give them little amount, 1,500 euros. But that's what they happen today. They say it's a sad day for them, and then you get to make day like this happen. We don't talk to them, but now behind the scene, no one come on the camera and talk. But go try they will see our best go talk to them, convince them and come on camera and talk to them as well. But we go come and we get person who want interview. We go come and introduce yourself and talk to TDN Africa Media. Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media.
Good afternoon, how do you do?
You can tell family your name and who that TV.
Me and James Jonathan Johnson, the former councillor, aspirant 2018 and aspirant 2023.
Okay. So you've been at the scene now. What do you gather?
Well, since last night, yesterday, Adenaya, to go out, say this look clean, and Chief Gent will be there. I'll gather a lot. We gather a lot.
So you can mention what you witness?
We mentioned say only a vehicle gets trapped, but nobody not die. And we thank God for that. We only facing say the Nazi building itself get some fracture out of that.
So how the maintenance process they go on? You don't try and talk to them? You don't hear anything from them?
Well, the Nazi building gets a system and Nazi get the director where it gets for deal with the president and we got a more things than do. Even I just talked to the minister of tourism, say then they take some of them who they and go on the tourist site, put them down, we go call and meet in a round table and decide what next to do.
So presently we see people that they struggle and we see beaucoup people that they go around. You think that they're safe or when are they concerned for pulling people and they like let's say the thing come for the again? Because you see half of them still there.
Really? We don't travel level best at least. Mr. Sabine in charge of that, the security, we don't tell them and say don't play them part. But you know say this is not something historical something.
Exactly.
People don't take 200 years, people say don't take over 100 or something years. You understand? If something like that they happen, you as a living somebody or a citizen of this nation must get a pinch of harm. You must go at the site and see because the chance there for the president.
So they get right so they can't do so?
No, because now make we barricade presently outside the work they take place and outside and they know they go right now outside and they do the cutting and outside and starting for the work.
So what does this mean for Freetonians?
Well,
like I mentioned a historic site and now it's fallen. So what does this mean for his
This
Freetonian?
na a big sign say God don send a visitation to this nation. Now the wind of change na blow yesterday, the 24th May, and we don't find out say after this one, Sierra Leone will be a different country.
And we get here say a rumor wey dey say like whenever this country for them, something big dey happen at this country. We don't know how true is it. Or you get anything for say towards that?
Well, anything like that, they will just left everything to God because Pastor Amadu say this thing need for calm down and for put am down, but you not go just come and do am. But if the will of God don't come and it don't happen, we need to say glory be to God in the highest for that. And we tell and thank you for what make it happen today or yesterday, and we did up till today with the tell us to say we able to hear. And really, Chief Mohammed Gento, may God bless him. They don't work extremely well. Now, that kind of people there we want from mayor in other city, and we dey beg everybody, youth Freetonians, see where register.
Okay.
Go
Well, you know, you go find all that time we go do campaign. You know, say not to campaign
Not to
camper.
campaign.
Now the process of this. We know say yes, you don't do
But
what-
when somebody do something,
exactly.
you need
We
for
know
talk
that
about
day. We know that day.
Yeah.
So that will not be saying TDN day for gentle and not to that be like independent. And
We now
know.
work. We
We know.
success the work. We are
Okay.
not only working just for them. So
Thank you.
we are working for the people.
Okay. Thank you very much
Thank
talking
you
to
very
TDN.
much. Thank you.
Yes, Amadu. You don't listen. You don't listen to the workers them present in the place, and you don't say, you know what them. And you ask them because of they see Boku people and now on top the quantity. You ask them why make people and they say at this end people and they because of the work not done at this end. The other end inside the workers they cut down the branch show for them people are not they. So now that's on presently.
Okay. Okay, Ibrahim, well, thank you for where you filing that report there and for the interview where you do. We will continue for the follow-up Putina as things and they unfold now the
Okay.
Kotitri as then they try for clear the streets.
Okay.
All right, family, them, welcome back to the program Current Events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Remember, say yourself can be part of this program by way where you could drop your comments in the comment section or you call we now the number where they show on the screen. We want you for call. Now we all talk about this. We don't happen now. We country. We don't lost the iconic Kotitri. We don't the boast with this Kotitri here for quite a long time. You know, Amadu.
Sure. Yeah, the concentrate, if I can come inside fully in there of the significance, which you don't do. I agree with you with all what you say that the concentrate, you look at them to the trace back the history when the slave trade began coming at the country. Yeah. If I now say it play a great land, a great significance. You know, then say for Komanda and see tree like a deed, well, like maybe day outside the Komo. So, and they provide shade for people and a place for meetings, you know, buy different things. So that's all done. They consider the support me. You know, one of the things again where they concentrate on don't serve so much and you don't do well so much for Sierra Leone is that the concentrate from the time where me born and witness and see how the thing they go, the concentrate don't serve as a political gathering. You know, we can see when a rally can take place and when they reach the concentrate side, you find out say they can stop. They see politicians go up and address the people, or people can come and rest at the cotton trees on the day, near the cotton trees on the day, you know, for just day around the cotton tree, for take fresh air, you know, all of that. So today we don't miss them, you know. So how again we go able to come to that place there and get fresh air, you know, come to that place there and enjoy, you know, the natural beauty of the tree, you know. And again, we can also say the cotton tree does serve as a cultural, you know, it don't play a cultural event to be by you know, as we see them, we can celebrate them, you know. most of the books where they see a picture of the cotton tree, all that they tell me say, this tree is so special and it don't play a greater role. And another side of it again under the cultural significance is the cotton tree don't serve as a landmark. You know, if you look at Freetown now, you look at one of the oldest tree, I don't think say we get anyone, you know, beside the cotton tree we don't come also today. You know, now one of the oldest tree, and because of that we can boast of it. Because now they always surviving and landmark now, we for don't boast of inside Freetown.
Yeah.
But because of that, today we're not going to boast of that landmark again. You know, you don't delete from the system now. You don't delete from the history book. Say we'll not get again a cotton tree any longer. Yeah. You know, so that side of the cultural aspects of the benefits or the significance of the cotton tree don't be wiped out because of today we're not a boast of cotton tree again. You know, so all that they tell you say some other things, and we actually need to maintain them culturally. We need to maintain we culture, we kind of, because these things are natural. Some of them things are natural. We need to take time out, okay, for maintain them so that we don't go miss them in the few, for serve as few years, then they get missing. We know say they're natural and then get for wipe out. But I believe say again, if we come into the care of the cotton tree, I believe say that things we not been properly been done. I make we miss the cotton tree so far, because once a while over the years witness it, they see fire catching at the cotton tree. You know, all of the things and now they way support again for that we miss the cotton tree because of a proper care. Not be actually there for the cotton tree for maintain them, at least for survey the 500 years. I mean, if we don't reach to that point, if no more proper care been there, Amadu, if no more proper care been there, you know, because that fire will be the come what's not that cotton tree, we know waiting fire capable for do. All that they don't contribute to the weakness of the cotton tree, it weaken the stems, it weaken, you know, the roots, all that thing in there. I mean, I think let me talk about that care of this cotton tree. Let me assess them and see say this now one of the, even though na breeze come and storm them and make them for them, but like there are factors we contribute to that. We finally, you know, the cotton tree collapse, and we don't collapse so today we don't miss them. You know, so I don't know what you say on in the care of the cotton tree.
No, yes. Before we go to the care of the cotton tree, I want to also add to what you say concerning the cultural significance of this cotton tree. We almost say because this place, Yasu, the early settlers, they regard Yasu for be a place for their own freedom, a place where they find peace. So we've been on the sea over the years many times. Would they get people them? Would they go seek with ancestors? I mean, then consent, especially in the area of fostering our peace. I remember there were times where we did get the Monument and the Relics Commission. Always they go there and get some ceremonies where then they do, you know, and a lot of cultural, what do they call them, they around the country, like you say rightly. Exactly. Of course, here now another concern where lots of people don't really raise up on the demise of this particular country also, because if you think about how old the country before don't they, if they don't take care of them, if they don't take care of them, maybe for emergency, if don't they pass that. Sure. But like you say, as we all believe, say me just the same. I'm saying, as we all believe, say a natural something, and as we all also believe, say everything gets an ending, because for the clear inside, I must say, the former mayor been exhibits so much reality in taking care of that country day. Okay. You know, it even gets a specific group where they sweep under that country day, like almost every day. they take care of them for make sure. So over the years, the constituency don't really they under good care. You know, as much as you go see, say, of course, people that were insane go always there. And what's be happen the last time, we know say the engineers then come out with a fact, they end up for saying that all fire where somebody be not set with the operative fire, be not hot, now him being continuous so. And at the end of the day, we don't care say the constituency don't finally for them. But if Kia are one of the reason, I beg your pardon, if Kia are one of the reason we make we get the constituency not forget long life, we hope that people that are responsible for monuments and we relics then at this country really need to do more. Because even the Commission for Monuments and Relics, then they do a little, especially for take care of things them where they know say very significant to the history of the country.
Yeah.
Because anyhow you look at them, yes, because it's really, like I said, the city mayor been the playing your role for take care of them. But the people that were actually responsible for make sure say these monuments are well maintained. Now another concern again, you know. So we a lot of people we say this constituency also don't serve for a great significance to the history of the country. Feel say the constituency don't go the same way, so say the country need them the most. But you know they again, and we hope that the government and the city council go think about waiting and go take for replace this constituency so where at least the people of this country go able for reminisce and say, okay, this we been get there, but now this then take for replace and back. Remember, say if you just join with the program where you watch now current events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Yourself can be part of this program by way where you go send your text message to the number where they shown on the screen, or you drop your comments now we comment section. The program still they continue, and we get to reporters where they on the streets of Freetown. They give a report as to the latest developments on the current event. And we want to send the camera to them now for make we able for get them for showy around the environment and for let people then see what's in the happen around the environment. All right, the program still they continue, and we will try for connect with we reporter them where they on the streets of Freetown, and we see lots of civil societies, we see government officials, we see certain members of the opposition. They don't go on the scene, you know, Amadu, for go try for see how themselves go get a first-hand experience as to what really happened and what lead to the cause of this. I mean, all they want them within decision making. I don't know what thing you self go to imagine say go be them plan, you know?
Yeah, Amadu. Yeah, before I come to your question is, I want to talk more again or add something at the care of the cotton tree. Yeah, in as much as a natural something and a bound like fole a die or breeze can be even like I do so. But again, care for the thing you get for like get what you call you get for prune and trimming, where means say you get for like see gets a regular checkup on the tree, you know, any branch where don't dry you get for cut and down, because all length and when you check outside the branch don't die, you check things and you get some chemical things or some viruses where they in that tick where they eat the tick. So like I believe say now one of the things that we maybe will not be they do at all, you know, the body way responsible for like taking care of the cotton tree. Yeah, just like we say, that's go on the cotton tree, sweep them, monitor them, this. But like I don't know whether actually let me do a kind of pruning or trimming at the any branch way dry, then go then cut them off, then make sure say anything way wrong with the tree, then cut them off, then pull all the parts we don't dry, all anything in there. So I believe say if no more to me own opinion, if I believe say if then get a regular checkup on this tree, and then they prune all the dry branches, all the branches so we don't get problems, you know. I believe say, and they also kind of check the swell, because the cotton tree, what it up keep them at the swell, the dirty for enough. If we get a rich dirty, we go sustain them, it go grow, and when it grow well, if I say it give out branches, and the branches go fresh and it go look fine, and that will expand the life of the cotton tree. But like this, nobody sees something like this. They go on something like, because if I say when you go along the cotton tree, they see the branch, they see they fall down the streets. That they tell you say they know they cut them. They think fall down for himself. Either breeze blow them, or the thing don't angry for so long and then they don't cut off, you know. So I believe in that now some of the things in this way we leave it today, we don't miss the cotton tree. Yeah, coming to the big one, the civil society and the one that we concern, and come and see how the cotton tree don't broke. And I believe so they must get their own rule where them for don't do, because of them fail for do them. And today it don't result to this one. We don't miss the cotton tree. I believe say any of them we mindful enough of the natural beauty of this cotton tree, and we don't serve us so much. It don't create so much impact in the lives of Freetonians and the tourists. Them, I believe say they must get that kind of thing. They must get that kind of feelings. Say, if we don't do this, if we don't do this, if we don't do this, you know. And enough for them by then time they are, because to get a breeze they don't come, you know, compared to this one. But this one just come easily with the way you say the cotton tree don't die, you know. So I believe say in as much as we don't miss a cotton tree, and they can forget a good plan, we go come and replace the cotton tree. Then get for put something we go very much attractive way, even we will get tourists them from outside and come and see the beauty of the city. Because let me mindful say the cotton tree was a day so a central place where I mean it draw the attention of everybody, you know. So a fine, let me get some very attractive, and then lead to the road in the State House. So if find it nice, you know, the team we get for come and replace the cotton tree, it's so nice that even pass mark in a way that not to the cotton tree not be the give that kind of beauty there, you know. So I think say now some of them things are we big one them for begin they think about, say we need to put something way more attractive than the cotton tree, or way more, I mean, we go attractive and to tourists, in as much as every Sierra Leonean go look forward to this. And this don't happen now. What we try for do now is for clear all the dirty way the cotton tree don't bring, for clear them off and see say how we put some things in for also replace the cotton tree, you know. Yeah, so
no, yeah, you're right 100%. And then I am you analysis, and I really agree with your analysis, especially the area where you talk about looking at not just for clean around, but then you talk about the care. And of course, I know say we've been get the mayor being also do that at one point. We come with some engineers for check and see what's in really the need for do for continue for the keep this cotton so alive the more. And I think that we do that research there. But until you know say now na former mayor, And we don't know how far that project they will go, especially during the tender where the fire been catching at the quantity. I think now around then tender they been come up with a plan for see how then go able for build a strategy for make sure say we get this quantity also for day with we for the longest time. All right, Famble them. If you just join with the program where you watch now current events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Remember, say yourself can be part of this program by way where you go call or send your text message to the number where they shown at the screen, or you drop your comments now we comment section. We get with reporters waiting at the streets of Freetown for giving updates on the current happenings na the city of Freetown, and we want for connect them now so that we go able to get the current report as to what's in they happen around the Kotiti area or around the city of Freetown as to the current events where they happen in the country. Don't forget to say this that TDN Africa Media, and we there so for bring you independent, credible and unbiased news. We still continue with the program, and we want for tell you say yourself need for call because we want to all converse about this. We don't lost we quantity. How you feel? Tell me about that. Tell me what do you think? What do you think about that, Amadu? Not so? People really need for call.
Yes. I think say if we no more we missed it the quantity, then we need for call. Let we self hear your views, what you feel about the quantity.
Yeah.
You know, I read one post where somebody said the cotton tree don't join the ancestors. Yes. So that simply means now the impact where the cotton tree don't so much creates in the lives of Sierra Leoneans. Exactly. And especially Freetonians, you know, for somebody for write that one day, you know, like a kind of give life to the human attributes to the tree, where like you don't join the ancestor today. You know, we can damage trees but this one, so everybody feel them.
No, yeah.
So everybody sympathize. If you go on Facebook, you go on Twitter, they say a lot of information, a lot of text related to cotton tree. You know, we actually and see say we actually don't miss a so loving and very conducive cotton tree. You know, when I can pass by that area there, I can enjoy the natural beauty. I can hear the noise, the birds, you know. All that they reminds you of nature. Not to just vehicle noise, but when you go under the cotton tree, they pass there, you see eye up, you see bats them at the tree, you know. And the noise when they produce, I can feel fine because it remind me of nature. Yeah.
All right, Famble them. This morning, we've been able to take some footages and of interviews where we've been try to gather the reports around this quantity so in Freetown last night yesterday. So we reported them in the street and them in filing then reports there so and interviews.
Good morning and welcome to TDN Africa Media. Can you please tell viewers out there your name and
good morning. My name is Dr. Francis Kaikai, the Minister of Planning and Economic Development for Sierra Leone.
Mr. Minister, we are here this morning and we all witnessed what happened yesterday, the sudden incident of the cotton tree. Like, how can you describe this?
Clearly, it's like losing a huge part of our history, a huge part of our culture, and I think it's losing really something because when I encountered Freetown, the cotton tree was my first point of admiration. And up to last night, it has been. And last night when I heard the news, I didn't believe. I had to drive here at night to come and look. And today I said I'll come daytime and watch what is happening, take some pictures. But I feel the sense of loss. Even amongst the population, all of us, we feel it. It's a big loss.
talking about yesterday, you visited this place immediately after the incident occurred.
After I heard about, because I was coming from the province.
How can you describe the situation last night? Because we saw WhatsApp photos and videos of trees, and also people were here. And has there been any report of any casualty?
No, I didn't hear of any casualty, luckily. And somebody who said he saw the tree falling. He saw it actually literally falling. Said luckily it happened at night and there was a storm. So most people are left. This is part of the central business district. By the way, it's very crowded during the day. It didn't happen during the day, thankfully. At night, everybody is gone. They've all gone to the suburbs and so on. So when it fell, there was nobody around. So no casualties, thankfully, and we should be grateful to God for that.
As a Minister of Country Planning, what's your development and planning? What's your next step regarding this incident?
Well, the cotton tree itself is in the city of Freetown, and as a government that cares for the city and the rest of the country, clearly there should be plans to replace this cotton tree, because the cotton tree was what I would call iconic. So we should replace it with something equally iconic. What it is going to be, I think the president is going to leave that as a debate among the citizenry. Let them suggest, especially the people of Freetown, to suggest what could replace this iconic thing that we call the cotton tree that is no more.
Replacing this iconic cotton tree will be very difficult, because we've seen over the years this has served as a historic site. Normally when people that comes into the city, they ask for the cotton tree, and it is situated wherein we have several important buildings surrounding it. Like, how will it be possible for another erection of another building or whatsoever you guys have in mind?
I am not too sure it's going to be a building. We cannot have a building here, that's for sure. But I know here there is going to be something equally iconic. And by the way, the cotton tree was much older than Sierra Leone, what we call Sierra Leone. You know, the name Sierra Leone came, the cotton tree was there already. The name Freetown came, the cotton tree was there already. So it was a symbol that people came around, you know, to bring us together somehow. So whatever is going to replace it should be something that brings us around, something that's going to galvanize the people, something that's going to mobilize us to unite Sierra Leone, because this is a country of people who are united in many, many ways, and the cotton tree brought us all together, just as you see the crowd around now. I mean, many more, they streamed here last night, many more are streaming here for the rest of the day, and so on and so forth. So same way, we're going to look for something that is going to help really bring us together, and that will bring us together the same way in this center of Freetown. I think it's really very important, and the president has already talked about it, and I hope that you know, something will come up by way of suggestions to him, so that finally we decide on what we think will represent our country and our capital.
Okay. Finally, Mr. Minister, do you have any message to send to Sierra Leoneans out there who are devastated by this?
Well, it's a huge sense of loss for all of us as Sierra Leoneans, so we should take heart. And but we should not also lose hope. I mean, we are not people who can lose hope. We are resilient people. We've survived. We survived the war and everything, and we'll survive this as well. I hope we'll have historic pictures of it. We'll always talk about it as a cotton tree that's really united all of us. But going forward, let's also remember that we are people who are thinking, we are resilient, we'll come up with something. You know, but what has not lost on me also is the fact that the poster of His Excellency President Bio, on both sides, they survived this particular storm and the tree falling and all of that. You know, that also speaks volumes to me, especially at the time we are talking about election of new leaders and so on. You know, and President Bio is going for re-election at this point in time. His picture survived. So this has happened during his period, right in the middle, when he wants another mandate from the people for a second term. And I believe this is the best time to give him the chance to bring us all together, to see what we can do, to put something that will bring all of us together. because for his party is one country, one people. So with the one country, one people spirit, I am sure something will come up here that will galvanize us as Sierra Leoneans.
Plenty thanks for talking to TDN Africa Media, Mr. Minister.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
But nothing happened. Amadu, we dey try for call him for put him down, but it be like kind of like shock. So we did call him now. He go this way, anyway this way. He not come. The motorcar left. They only under till morning. Nothing not do. But he just get a shock because we dey try for call him and calm him down. He just anyway this way.
So how this thing be like Manet?
Well, it not be like easy because the shaking will be happening around here. It not be easy because it was like for me, I be facing all that thing to happen like where you go say earthquake or anything because we get them from the ground. You get so like it really not be easy. The sound, the shaking, and all.
Hello, sir. This is TDN Africa Media, and we're there so today because we all there so actually because of the disaster we happened with the cotton tree. Mine for Tefamula, you name and Usaidewo.
Okay, me your name Joel King, and I work at the National Disaster Management Agency as the regional coordinator for the Western region.
Okay, so what do you want for Tefamula about the tick? Because we still don't know yet waiting at the real cause we make the tick for them.
Of course, last night around 9 o'clock, around 8 to 9 o'clock, of course, the Freetown municipality we experienced a heavy downpour of rain. We come with a heavy windstorm, and within that time, then they now in this stick giving to them windstorm, then they will fall the stick, we make the stick for them. But quite apart of that, we can recall say within the last 5 years, we don't get 2 major fire incidents where this tree has suffered to. And as a result of that, within the assessment what we may do then, we find out say there was a big hole where that fire then they don't left inside our stick tree. So that could be attributed to the cause for make this stick loss in weight and where this breeze come for make it for them like I for them too.
But where would they see the tick?
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. You can please tell family your name. Mr. Sisse, we all witnessed yesterday the cotton tree for them, and people actually get a different opinion concerning this particular thing we happened yesterday. What can you get for say about this particular event here?
Alhamdulillah, Auzubillahi minash shaitani rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Don't cut them from long. We in Africa, we like for the get different thinking. People they talk about who say this country, now this country, you know, they get different talk then. Even as I wouldn't send them if I vex. Now I make audio self. I send them. I said, well, why people do not believe in Allah? This thing we don't show science say it for us anytime. No, not cut them. Now this thing don't come for them now. People they think and say, now social thing get for happen. I said no, this is wrong. The best thing, let them just cut them in a fine clock tower, then build and day, or another something where they go member. But not to anything will get anything they affect towards the country. What you mean know the tick we don't show notice say it don't weak. So then we just don't cut them, but not cut them. Now God help we will not to be daytime. If it not be daytime, if we don't cause damage. But alhamdulillah, Allah make it be in a night. So if anybody get for ask me concern, this not to anything in time, anything get time. 9 times say it done. Now that's all.
Yes, sir. Yesterday, so far we see like with the pictures between different forums on WhatsApp, and people let me they go around. They talk say about any religious beliefs and so and so and stuff. Like I want for ask your opinion regarding that particular thing there.
Well, Auzubillahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Then number 2, I want all Sierra Leoneans that know say this country way for them so not to witch, not to devil, not to nothing. Now in your time. You use where God put on for this place here for let him appear. Because anything where God pin get use. In your time, where God gam, it don't do. We see for those who today 9 time don't do. Not to devil, not to nothing. So let nobody not consider devil or anything. Now your own time, now you don't do. Now make today, your own time don't do. Now make it up for those who. So not to know other thing.
And the country are a big part with the country as a whole, because it don't be for 231 years. And this place here don't be an historic site for people when they come to the capital, and it serve as a beautification concerning we get several buildings then we attach around this cotton tree. And what do you go like for see if then they replace them, what do you go like for see then do with the particular cotton tree?
Well, this particular cotton tree, especially this place and the area outside the tree bit map, the only thing we see say go fit that this place here, the only clock tower. Because if they fix a clock tower there in a 4 category, where we say that clock tower where they are, then they go find the clock tower and I don't know go fit that this place here. Or they put something here where a very Islamic thing, where everybody where they can we go see and we go admire, we go be appreciate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because that's the only thing we go fix that this place here. Either they put the clock tower or they put something here where they say everybody go appreciate them, whether about God business. I know go fit here. Okay.
Plenty thank you for talking to TDN Africa Media, sir. Okay.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media.
Yeah, good morning, how are you?
Good. You can tell family your name?
I'm in Michael D. Laval, the opener, Office of the President, National Disaster Management Agency.
You then at the Disaster Management Agency, and we see yesterday night outside this historic site when our quantity now Freetown for them. So don't I response since yesterday night?
First of all, I get this news around 9:15. I've been in a host. By then, they witnessed the heavy storm and rain will be come. By then, I get a call from the office for say I go directly now the scene for say as first responder. So in that case, I get for come around the country yesterday, even under that rain day as first responder, because as disaster management, you get for day as first responder. Because by then you don't get for do anything, but just know exactly waiting first, how comes the thing take place, what happen, who would involved. So I was there as a first responder yesterday at 9:15.
Okay. We shall find out say now only motocar and be it what the quantity for them. We don't know if any other thing like such happen.
We get a guy called Lamrana Jallo, me and him to talk this morning. A vehicle, maybe like the first person, the last person yesterday for that branch for Dompa. But actually, he be able to escape. We able to pull him, he escaped. Nothing not happened about him. Motor be so damaged. Then at the same time, towards the Nasit building, you see say from the side to the window side, it be crack up, which of course we have for come. We get for look into consideration as disaster management. Not we said the damage take place. So the two things were really damaged yesterday. The moment Lamrana Jallo in motorcar, then at the same time Nasit building, part of the back of the office.
Una go na dey for disaster management, right? And una not be see this coming. Mind you, this quantity don't take more than 200 years. And we talk to people, they say the quantity don't somehow old. So una response na only when disaster don't happen or na dey work before disaster dey happen.
No, well, in fact, from the day where President create this agency, we pull on ONS, we be get departments at our office with a risk and reduction department where they try to mitigate. And we be only start off ever since we don't create this group, this agency, we don't mitigate them, we don't stop people them like burning the trees, count dirty and the burn suppressing the tree. That we don't put in place, we don't stop that. So in fact that's I would say we don't try 80% we don't stop that for say although we don't see and say yes. In fact because we see them, then we don't bring that mitigation say then we'll be able to let people then stop for even team up day, making rally, this and that because anything can happen. So we don't stop that. So from that end we don't get that, say yes, we don't succeed, like putting the things ready for the disaster will go happen and that will only take place.
Okay, and now people don't want to use this side, then they struggle. You can see the challenge because we use now like from the EDSA side they can't through lockouts, people they struggle for pass through. And don't know how long this management or this cleaning or this work on I do right now, how long it will take for them. People begin use the streets back. So the struggleness will reduce.
Well, by the grace of God, we don't try for put things in place today to in the evening because you can see saying a great tree, 9 for them. And not just NDMA, which is National Disaster Management, but get it as staff with the military, the police, the city council, we all don't come, everybody there around at least, because even as first responder, we presence around can even motivate the staff them. They will gentle company, we really tell and thank you plenty, because from yesterday, you can see they can't work what they don't do this morning, what they don't clear the safe away. But with the process, progress they go on, and the process still continue for, you know, putting things in place so that we'll be able to get access back to the road.
Okay, and we see inside Nasit building it seriously. We don't know how best we can manage the situation, how we don't go through for let other things happen.
Yeah, well, by now, for now, we're not going to do anything. We'll wait for us as an agency, let everything clear. Then we'll be able to go talk to them. Because with that, we'll wait for, because you're not going to do anything for now. As an agency, like I say, we'll wait for when the thing don't clear. Then we'll be able to go get talk with them. They will do their assessment. They will say, try to give them some warning, you know, about exactly what next will happen. Because like since the heavy stick they don't hit the tree, we don't know how strong the building SFD by this other side. So we get for try for can do some assessment. Let us see how strong the building will be. But we wait for let the whole place clear. They will go get an assessment with the Nasit building. Okay, so with my message, and right now we see Freetonians all over the place. They're very curious. So with now a message to for tell them say, you know, una message una get for them. Let them be rest assured say this year go be sorted out and nothing like this no go happen again. We message the agency message to the public is first of all let we understand today say the historical tree finally don't come down. It's not a rumor. People they don't come see them, we say don't see them, a government official they don't come see them, we got some ministers they don't come see them, you know, and again we try for just warn them again as for now. Even not just for the country tree, but we don't begin to witness some heavy storm and rain when they come around. So you don't know, say, as a Sierra Leonean, you know, say, particular, because that's exactly, let me not just forget, that even make we not able to get too much damage as for yesterday. Because by then, if everybody just be the pass in your own way, this thing just for them, if I don't create a serious thing. And now the rain they come with heavy breeze. So the moment you see, say, that breeze don't begin to blow, the place don't dark, stay home. And we say you dey under continuation, you dey under tree, you dey under mango sea, come on under. But as for now, we try for do some clearing and let everybody just assured say, we wait after the clear, we wait for the government, waiting at the government in your own response, waiting next go be. It will be communicated to the whole public. Okay. Before you go, now only continue because we find out in again come yesterday everyone, and una agency una there for disaster, for maintain let disaster no worse at where it happen. So we don't know if now only continue no more disaster happen to like other side and the disaster that happen we don't respond to. Yeah. Not just the country tree, not just the historical tree. Even as we talk, we don't send some stuff then coming to here for let it rain, let it walk no slow. Thank you very much for talking to TV. You're most welcome.
All we want for sin, all we want. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want to tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the end they say, vote without violence. Vote in peace. Vote without violence. Till the
Alright, family, them welcome back to the program Current Events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. We will bring the program Kantoina. Me your name na Amadu Esba.
And me your name na Ezekiel Amadu Koroma.
And inside the program Current Events, we will give family them updates about the thing them where they happen now. We can't see Mama Salon right now, and especially in the capital city of Freetown, we get to do with the iconic cotton tea we finally for done yesterday as a result of the heavy storm we blew and down yesterday. Earlier on, you've been listening to interviews where we reporters then filing as them in the talk to different stakeholders them and citizens then we been go witness the scene this morning. And we still go continue for the give family them updates as we reported them still there on the streets of Freetown for giving updates as to waiting they happen right now when it comes to the Kotitri, especially when the Kotitri don't block the whole of Sheikh Stephen Street, you know, Amadu. If you go down that side, Ezekiel, I beg your pardon, you see say lots of people them stuck in traffic. Because now one game, you know, say Sheikh Stephen Street, now the center. Now the center road down there, now they lead people them into the CBD. Yeah. Like now they all want pass for go PZ. And today we just get one green road when they sustain people them or they lead people them to them parts, then they win like football in the street. It really tough. You know?
Sure. Yeah, like you say, yeah, they concentrate the impact we create the further way for them so again for like block the traffic, you know, and people get for actually strain because also like for down at the line, and because of it for down at the line, so you find out say some parts that the road get for block, you know, and so you find out say today the city, the central part of Freetown, they actually face with a lot of traffic. It don't happen, but this one you don't add more because of the tree for down at the road and then get for block other side so that for clear off all the sticks away for them and other things. Yeah, then they get for it's obvious that traffic get for continue and the more quick the more clear they get for clear all in ticket and day. And the more then they easy out the traffic. Yes.
Yeah, Ezekiel, you're right. Because the need for try for clear the streets because people them livelihood don't be stuck today. The impact really I don't think say the impact positive on people them. Because you already know, and if you remember, we talk to one of the reporters, say even the beggars find out very difficult today. Sure. To them, it's a sad day because by now, like when the traffic, the stick down blocks so now. Normally, in Sheikh Stephen Street, then they hang up. Sheikh Stephen Street, Pademba Road, another side, then they hang up. But all the area they don't be barricaded for now, owing to the occurrence. So they then get able to solve that problem. Some people don't get a negative impact as a result of this falling quantity. Exactly. We all normally wish it will happen now. And one of the things again in one of the interviews where we colleague them and they do out there with the stakeholders, now one of the area, especially with the Minister of Development and Planning. Then they try for think out of the box, and they look at the opinion, public opinion, waiting people then think say now for day back. Because the truth of the matter is, we plan to continue this safe now, not so now that continue good up again. Sure. You know, so we got to really think as a citizens, everybody will get for getting you suggestion for make, and also the disaster management committee also say not so yanda no more gets that kind of problem there because yesterday also na social media we see na Facebook outside and post say a stick for them along academy leading towards Frabe College. Then they say cause huge traffic. Then I for tell you say no more. We really get for be careful. One of these things again we me think say very significant or very important for let people them take into consideration. Now the fact that the cause for climate change now concern really. Sure. Because if you see a storm knock one old quantity where we all the sing, even at church, people they say Sinaptranga one big quantity where breeze go shake but no go for down.
But this one don't for down.
Yeah, but this one don't for down. Exactly. So what they try for say is this. People get for be very careful during the periods they are so. Sure. Because a lot they happen, and yesterday that storm they will come, it not be easy, you know. Now this make people then get for be very careful. How will they cut stick? How will they throw away dots in a street? All anything and they we can talk about because it affect we climate. Now the beauty and the ventilation where that Kotitri been again at that particular area, it's gone.
Sure.
Just because of one small mistake where we don't make. Although we go to allude everything to natural things now, but again, we don't forget say for one single mistake where we don't make, boom, we don't lose the whole beauty of a particular something where don't they represent we as a people, you know, and like. If you watch the history of that Kotitri Day, the Kotitri don't serve for significant purposes.
Sure.
And like me want for let people fumble them know say if we don't begin the loss Kotitri and we don't the loss like I say even now we area also we office day, you know, the stick na the compound for them.
Instead for them.
Instead for them.
It inside a fence.
It's a fence. So, you know, people then really get for be very careful during them period there. More especially when you see say breeze, they blow bad one.
Yeah.
Before when they come, as you don't see say the weather don't they change in looks. Try for make sure say you go now you host.
Yeah.
Because this is something them back where we all need for pay attention to.
Exactly.
We need for pay attention. Now an eye opener for we as a country for no say we need for focus on protecting the environment. We need for protect the environment.
Exactly.
All them things the way we they do, we go make the stick they not get long life. We for avoid them. We for really avoid them so that we go able for protect we natural plants them, especially trees. Tick get bakuti where they do na community. But if we try now, we destroy all them trees their way for protect we community from climate disadvantages, then I think say we are doomed as a society and as a country. So losing the iconic Kotitri to a storm, now a clear indication that as a country we have to be very conscious of what we do during this raining season. Because the breeze where they blow, it come with a different force. Luckily, we no lost nobody in this particular situation. Yeah, so the ancestors they really favor we.
Sure.
You know, like when person say the Kotitri don't go join the ancestors, well at least you don't go with nobody.
Yes, exactly.
Equally one.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I have to agree with you that side there. And the Kotitri, it really affects the lives of people positively, and yeah, if we go back to the interviews where we reporters then do, and I'll get 2 words from the Minister of Development and Planning, where he say actually the Kotitri in Gowan, as a minister, it gets what he say a sense of loss. You know, and I believe say then the big one themselves have affected. Yes, so the man, I mean, before he go in the office, the one for can gets for belief say the Kotitri don't actually don't for done. So it kind of the scene and thank God TDN Africa media reporter be able to capture him and get this interview. So the minister said, actually the falling out of this tree. Now a sense of loss for them, and even the people them as a whole, you know. So that they tell you say the Kotitri don't create a positive impact on the life of Sierra Leoneans. Them, you know, that leader make he say that kind of body. You know, we also see another interview one Sierra Leonean interview where he says say. He talk one something where I jot on them. He say the Kotitri don't give signs for say it for them. Yeah, he talk. And one of the signs where we see another fire. And Mr. Bingo I see it been get the Kotitri been get whole pana. Now they tell you say it's a sign, you know, and those signs actually the authorities way for manage all in there, not be like kind of advice the people them give education, give awareness to people them say this thing again for them so term and when I need for actually avoid. We just thank God because like you say the ancestors actually guide me through for this. Nobody no gets injured. Even the car will be see if for them, actually injure the person. So the ancestors, that's how they intervene.
Yeah.
They intervene, find one, say, okay, even though they can't join me, I mean, you don't get for I'm nobody, you don't get for one nobody.
Exactly.
So something like that. So we thank God for that one day.
Yeah.
But on the most serious notice, we actually need for do something here. For let we save ourselves from these natural disasters. Whenever a heavy storm they come, let we avoid, for they under them big trees, especially when we know say this tree it don't take for long years. Let we avoid them because we not get that manpower for begin manage trees. For begin, let we master sabi people and begin tell we say this kind of tree we need for cut them down because it no longer continue for stay long because of so reasons. Because if no more we get a good advice, say this thing as also time it for them, I believe say even the nasty building, not for be damaged like I damage so. Therefore don't see any reason for even trim down the branches of the cotton tree, but that not be happen at all. So farm them when they advise now at any time a heavy storm may come, your responsibilities now for you save your life. If you did near a big tree, make sure say you avoid the tree. If you know say now a very old tree, don't take for long years, you begin to see some thing then at the tree, you have to avoid them. Because if you not avoid them, what happen? What if the tree for them? You get for actually it damage you. Exactly. Even recently, this it happened all of us in the country. I go Namaboka, see a big tree just take time for down at the road, but cannot they pass? The council as you reach at the tick now for team up because no access no be there. Now they tell you so we need for actually tell the authority for make at least and do a kind of assessment in then trees and try for provide technical advice and say then tree and they don't hold enough and then if on cut that because if not in order for maintain the lifespan, then it better let them cut the tree rather than for cause havoc tomorrow. Yes, so I think the authority that actually really responsible in management of these disasters all about the country, then actually for come inside in this here. Sometimes not to the water can come heavy, but the storm itself can cause problem. Even when it comes to the house, there is a situation where they even fly with roof.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
The disaster management get for work harder because this is now rainy season, and we expect heavy storms. We not go deeper to the rainy season, and this thing don't begin to happen. So what if you go deeper now, and come on, but good things can get for happen, and they sitting choke with people them, and people are not going for sit down wait for rain. They get for go out and fend the living, Or what if you day na the road, you don't come on the street, the rain come, and heavy storm come. We they see when they pass around the street, they see unfinished building with sticks around, and this not the rain season they come so. The storm they fly with anything we're not strong enough. They come and fly with them. So I think disaster management organizations or offices need for consistent in this area. Then they also check in them then unfinished buildings where get scaffolds around, we don't hold, and now they get storms in. There is a tendency heavy storm come and take them, then fly them out. So whosoever then they miss, then they damage them. So let me focus on every aspect. Anything we they see, let me focus on now.
It's true.
Be it natural, be it artificial, let me focus on that. Even the buildings, the thing the way they happen at the street, whatever thing. This now the moment let we focus we save because we're there now the rainy season, and the rains, You don't get play. You don't get for stopper. They come at any time. The storm, you don't get for stopper. They come
exactly.
at any time.
We don't get control
So,
over the
yes.
over the year.
So we need for the disaster management board. They get for work hard and she say the life of citizens be protected. And somebody not go mean I go in the street, something come in, hit you, kill you at the spot. So and we need for do something so that for prevent anything and they make them not happen. Yeah.
All right, fumble them. The program where you they watch now, Salon Talk, where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Members say yourself can be part of this program here. So current event, I beg your pardon. This is the current event when it comes to you on TDN Africa Media. And yourself can be part of the program by way you go send your text message to the number where they show on the screen, or you drop your comments now we comment section. We still continue with the program, and like we've been saying, we reporters then day on the streets of Freetown. We want to see who are they online now, so that then go file in the current events reports where we they get. But if we not get any one of them yet online before we get for bring the program to an end, we still continue with the program, and we still continue for talk about this iconic quantity we don't lose Amadu Ezekiel. Ezekiel, if you can imagine, just like what you say, we need technical advice for all we teach them across the country. Those where we think say don't old enough and need for be cut down.
Yeah.
Those where we think say we need for continue for take care of them as a country, because say what you made, trees are very, very important.
Sure.
In fact, right now people then they assume say one bit, or if they yet say they want to try for uproot the cotton tree, the half one we don't left. They say they want to try for uproot them. Many buildings in that area they will be affected because of how the roots could not extend itself. So lots of people then they assume say that kind of way they go there. That now for tell you say trees are very important. Then they help the ground for the farm. Then they help we environments for be safe. Then they help we environment with free ventilation. If you're in an area where not get thick, you go sweat say when it's rich. But if you're in an area where get thick, you quite sure say you they get cool environment.
Sure.
You know, so people really get for stay away from cutting down trees without replacing them. That's not another thing again. And like we say, most times in the area of protecting the trees, we get the technical people there.
Sure.
But they're not then put more attention into solving the problems which will lead to the destruction of these trees. Sure. We get, like for instance, Kono Binge Kontiti in a very strategic area. That Kontiti they know they again. So that Kontiti they been there na Kono, now na clock tower they. Kerema been get the same thing, but you know they again.
Yeah.
Both have been get, but you know they again.
Yeah.
All don't be replaced with different in them. And the quantity itself, now Africa or Salon to be specific, it gets in significance. Now any city.
Yeah.
But we don't pull all them quantity and they off. To the point that, just like you say earlier on, we not take good care of the iconic one where people believe say now the oldest tree now the capital city of Freetown. We don't for those who they like it today. They don't turn history. Now an explanation no more we get.
Yeah.
Another area again where you talk about the disaster management agency.
Yeah.
About identifying disaster prone areas.
Sure.
You know, and come up with possible solutions in order for advert the occurrence then they.
Yeah.
You know, this thing again we don't need for consider, especially when we don't begin to get signs of storm bringing down a whole quantity where nobody be expect say that quantity day for by now.
Yeah.
So for a clear cut of view, or from a clear point of view, we want to encourage people there, or let them know, say, we are protected as citizens, but we're not protected, more especially if we continue for the cause the thing we get disasters.
Yeah.
So this time around, as you see small breeze they blow, be very careful of who say you there, or make time out for make sure say you stay safe. It's very, very, very important. And to the disaster management committee, then go for trying now for see how they go identify, work along with experts them. We go look all them other trees them with the strategic areas them na the country, because we still get trees there where they strategic areas them na the country, and then trees then they as well then significant to those communities. Take like the Wilberforce community for instance, where you go there, then get one within the school, within the Wilberforce village. It's a very important tree. They don't say where that tree they and that tree they. Lots of things that will happen. We don't see people and they try for build thing them around them.
Yeah.
That as well again. This the show say the people that were responsible for look after all those things, for look into them proper one. The program still they continue, and they go for a short break and they come back just now.
And they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin, all we want for sin. TD and they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin, all we want for sin. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence, vote in peace, vote without violence. The end they say, vote without violence, vote in peace, vote without violence. See the end they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin, all we want for sin. See the end they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin, all we want for sin. Now not the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see, vote without violence, vote in peace, vote without violence. See the end they say, vote without violence, vote in peace, vote without violence. See the end they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin, all we want for sin. See the end they say, all we want for sin, all we want for sin, all we want for sin.
Alright, family them. If you just join with the program where they watch the current events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media, and we where they bring the program cantoina. Me your name na Amadu Esba.
Me your name na Ezekiel Amadu Koroma.
And the program still they continue, and family them know say the current events na the capital city of Freetown get for do with the iconic over 231 years old cotton tree done finally for done yesterday as a result of a heavy storm we come yesterday in a Freetown. And Fambul them know say this quantity so don't they serve the central district of Freetown as one of the significant landmark them where they show the difference between the administrative side of the city and the business side of the city. And now we don't can lost some yesterday. So every rainstorm will come at about 9 o'clock yesterday net, Amadu. And Ezekiel. Ezekiel, yesterday net, when the thing be happen, like me being fortunate for come day that particular moment day. You hear so many meets. So many meets. I mean, some people they talk politics left, right, center. Others they talk from a religious point of view. Others they talk from a scientific point of view. Others, all man just get in saying yesterday, and we even get young people been they play with Yuba live. Then they play with Yuba yesterday. Sunday beats the Yuba, then they say, oh, the witch then don't die, the this, the that. I don't know why people then just get a belief they no more. I don't know waiting day around that meets day where people then get around the quantity. But as far as me concerned, and I natural something and we serve for great purpose to this country. And if you don't for done today, I just believe say not the same way it's supposed for done, and maybe because of the lack of care where we know show to the tree, and then finally like when you believe say no more the ancestors then say no, we'll take you with tree back. Yeah, maybe this generation need for planting yon.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you rightly say something correct. Maybe those feelings we people engage with relations to the cutting tree and cut down. Some they look at them in the spiritual aspects, and some also they look at them in the physical way, where like you bring in the politics and all other things. But like to start with, in the area of the politics, well, I don't know exactly, but I don't think you get for do with politics, yeah. Even though yes, you get for think about the caring of the cotton tree and other things. We know say there is a government, a ruling government within a power. You know, maybe small we will shift the blame. Maybe then feel for care, and make the thing come for them at this time. You know, but again, we now all Sierra Leoneans, I mean, we supposed to maintain with natural things that we get, because once we miss for maintain them and they don't go forever. You know, we get for take time for let we able to forget similar like that. Just like we say, for plant a cotton tree, for take long years. And I don't think say when they think about planting another cotton tree for replace this one. Yeah, because of if you look at the soil composition now, maybe you get for say, okay, not good again, because you get for take you time for uproot all the storm them, you know, all the thing. So like there are so many look at them and the political view. Maybe because of the lack, the proper care of the cotton tree, now make we miss them so quick. I can put on that way there. And in the religious aspect, we see in one time way a very renowned man of God and Pastor Francis A.M. Mambo. We like he always they cite prophecies in that cotton tree, spiritual way. We like I mean they talk say many things where they happen at the country inside that cotton tree they. You know, I mean, they go on. So, like, maybe that kind of direction in there, where beaucoup they feel say, they're glad because of many things where they go on at that cotton tree today. Don't be fallen down. And to them, they believe say the things that will they happen spiritually, they're not going to happen again, because the cotton tree for hide cover them thing there, don't be exposed. So even in the spiritual realm, you get for hide something, but if not, you know, you know, able for hide open in the open place. You need to get a host. You need to get something for go engpa. So if that thing there again, you have to find a host now. So I believe say spiritually, the one way be the end and they concentrate the which now, the one way they get a meeting spiritually. I mean, today, no way again.
They don't come to an end.
Yeah, come to an end.
You know,
so that make me one folk just believe say even that storm, if we look at it in the spiritual realm, even that storm, we don't left the soul. Then if you do something quicker for just take time and remove them. Maybe you might not know say maybe then get some rooms inside that storm.
Well, I think you sound like the Ezekiel now.
Yeah. Wait for remove them. Yes.
Wait for remove them.
Yes, exactly.
All right, family. The program still they continue, and we almost they're about for roundup now. We don't get much time again. But I want to agree with you. So many spiritual beliefs around that particular Kotitide.
Yeah.
But me no too like I am spiritual,
okay.
But I just believe say no more this na natural things, and I mean that's not just my own opinion.
Okay.
And we all the hope say we go get a better replacement. Yeah. For that Kotitide, at the end of the day, we will not get them again. We want to go quick now. We inbox and see if we get text messages and read them out. And on we YouTube, we get Roots Diaspora. Thank you for keeping us updated, and thank you for always watching us. And we get Alpha Amadu. We say good afternoon at TDN Africa Media. We have to say good afternoon, but why are you late for joining we so? And then we get Alpha Amadu where they suggest, he said they should plant another cotton tree. Well, then they now so the country, I mean the Minister of Development and Planning he said and they think about that, but they want the public, the opinion. Well, if you don't begin to add your opinion, say then for plant another cotton tree, should that be the case, then so be it. Without now we for question that. But we just hope that that particular area day then go also make sure say it available for lead to the history. We go continue for sure saying a yadi kotiti being day. Because that history not get for change.
Sure.
The only side we don't change man the history now that the kotiti been day, but it don't day again. Sure. But we for still get that particular site where go to indicate that. And to me, like, although you think say them for bully Afwan because women and they inside, but that's also a monument. That small one day waiting up so can serve as a monument, then get you away, then go do them. Me believe say we for still maintain that history, especially when it comes to the environment, usai that particular country day being there. The program where you don't watch now, current events where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Also, we will give you updates as to the latest developments within the city of Freetown, especially where we don't finally lost the over 200 years old Kotitri we've been there at the capital business district of Freetown. Now, also, we go on for say tata for the program today and one for keep on informed and make on know say we start re-election program on the 29th of this month. We go then also for the analyze all the activities we get for do with the election as we give una update and they bring una we analysts and contributors them inside the program for can help we for they discuss the questions we una go get for the ask na the program. Members say this now your #1 media house and for you independent, credible and unbiased news always continue for the watch TDN Africa Media. For end the show, Mina Amadu Esba, and they say tata, and they wish you a wonderful and lovely evening. Sote tomorrow, not forget for joining me in a salon talk. Bye-bye for now.
All right, so me and name now Amadu Ezekiel Koroma, and we thank you for una we comment and una we take una time for listening. So again, we'll go bring una more on this, and una stay blessed and stay tuned to TDN African Media. Thank you so much.
Now the time we for better, we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not an option. During this election, we don't want to tie by division. All we want for see.
Vote without violence.
Vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
Till the end they say.
Vote without violence.
Vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
Till the end they say. All we want for
Vote
see.
without violence.
All we want for sin, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
Till the end they say, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
All we want for sin, all we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
Now not the time we for better we country, we for come together as a family, live in peace and harmony. So during this election, that's not to option. During this election, we don't want no tribal division. All we want for see.
Vote without violence.
Vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
Till the end they say.
Vote without violence.
Vote in peace.
Vote without violence.
Till the end they say. All we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
All we want for sin. All we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
Till the end they say. All we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.
All we want for sin. All we want for
Vote
sin.
without violence.